Live from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport in Texas, this is Runway DFW in color. Now, here is your host, Walt Zwerko.
Happy New Year? I'm not really sure. Okay, technical issues plague us this morning. We have a very poor connection. Things aren't working on my computer. I'm down to my last hotspot, and I don't know if this is going to work. So we'll give it a whirl. Welcome, Happy New Year to everyone on this Friday, January 6, 2023. I got here extra early today to bring you a good broadcast, and things just are not working out. So keep your fingers crossed, and we'll see what happens here on this Friday edition of Runway DFW. Okay, I know you want to see planes, and you don't want to see, I think where our signal's going. I'm getting a the old spinning Mac icon here on my computer. And I can't switch off of this state. We can tell you I've got a nice shiny UPS 747 that came in while we were setting up. You can see it there on the right. And there's an MD-11 there on the left. So we have lots of activity to show you if things hold up. So let's give a look at the cargo bay of that 747, disgorging its content. And let's see, okay, now I can do this, I think. Oh, things are going awry today. Well, welcome to all of you. I don't know if you can hear me or see me, but I hope you can. Keith B. says, aside from the death and destruction, Happy New Year! Yin 777 says, good morning, Runway DFW. Walt, happy Friday to you. East Texas Aviation, good morning, Walt, and fellow aviation enthusiasts. Wisconsin Dave says, good morning from Wisconsin, Walt. Have a pleasant day. Well, I hope it's all up from here. Epic Toast Man says, hello, Walt. Hello, ETM. Farida Bed says, the pictures look good. Yeah, my computer is acting very strangely this morning. And we're on our last usable hotspot. So anyway, thank you for bearing with us. Now the other thing is, I don't know, let me see if I can get our device that I usually use to view the planes coming in is not finding a connection. So that's not good. Let me see if I can resolve that. As you enjoy these scenes of cargo action, can I brighten that up a little bit? That doesn't do it. Now we're getting there. That's a little better. RCM says, good morning and Happy New Year. And as I put Marcy's comment up, my computer started its little spinning icon. And Mrs. Runway DFW is chiming in with concerns about our connection, and yeah, there'll be some calls being made to our internet service provider after this broadcast. Mojave BNSF says, good morning from East Yorkshire in the United Kingdom. And there is that message. Good morning to you. I guess it's afternoon if you're in East Yorkshire. We're just turned noon at 6 o'clock here. And Embray says, hey Walt, hope you had a great start to the new year. Okay, I'm going to have to figure out where planes are coming from now, because if I sound a little disheveled this morning, it's because I am. It's 41 degrees here, cloudy. Wind is coming from the southeast at 7 miles an hour, so that's not too bad. Looks like we've got an Alaska Airlines 737-900 stepping up to the plate for a journey to Seattle. It's flight 287. Let's see if we can get this on camera for you. There it is, making the turn. And as it does, you'll see the skyline of Dallas in the background. There's the East Tower. There's the green building. There's a bird. Get out of the way, bird. As I might have mentioned, I got here extra early this morning at about 4:30, I think it was, in order to check everything out, make sure everything was working right. And that did not come to pass. Lots of troubleshooting was done, and none of it seemed to be working. Now I can't blame our crew in the satellite truck. They worked very hard this morning to try to get us on the air. Just didn't seem to be working out very well. So I apologize to any of you who were inconvenienced by our late start. We've got a Delta flight heading out to Los Angeles. See if we can pick up on that. There it is. Got to loosen up my tripod a bit. It's one of those things, the fluids in the tripod get a little stiff in the cold weather. And so the fluid tripod is not as fluid as it normally is in warmer weather. There's a look at Terminal D in the background there, as planes await their assignments, collect their passengers, and get ready to take off. Are we still on the air? I ask because my computer continues to have an occasional spinning disk for a for a mouse arrow. I'd like to welcome Donnie Arajo as a new subscriber to Runway DFW. Thank you, Donnie. It looks like they've already closed the front cargo door on that UPS 747. We saw it being unloaded a little earlier, but now the rear door is aglow. And I'm really having some problems with my connection software right now. I cannot display your messages if you can hear me talking. I do see Michelle RS online and going slightly mad. Ms. Wolves 13. Michelle says, "Good morning, everyone." Let's see if I can pull that up. No? Yeah. And you would ask, Walt, did you reboot your computer? And did you reset everything? And yeah, I did. I did all those things. And now we're just waiting for planes. I see an American Airlines plane from Indianapolis, flight 2782 coming in. I suspect that will be landing as it usually does over on the east side of DFW Airport. We're on the west side. And yeah, my software is very stuck this morning. It's a little chilly today. I was trying to wear my gloves when setting up, but when you got to plug in a lot of cables and connect cameras and things like that, the gloves have to come off quite a bit. So it looks like the next two flights arriving, that Indianapolis plane I just mentioned, followed up by an A319 American Airlines from Austin. Looks like both of those are coming in over on the east side of DFW Airport this morning. Now we're going to see if we can pick that Indianapolis flight out of the sky. There you see it. Way far away. There you can see the canopies of DFW Founders Plaza in the foreground. That's where we are. You can kind of see the sky starting to glow as we approach dawn. And that's about all we can show you of that arrival. Oh, and the other thing that wasn't working was our there it is, our scanner. Well, let's see if we can see if that'll work for us. It does make a difference when we can get the air traffic control tower audio going. In addition to that MD-11 you see there on the left of your screen, there's another one just to the west here at the UPS facility, and there you see it. This also came in while we were trying to sort out our problems here. I was kind of surprised to see I hadn't seen the UPS 747 here in a bit. So it doesn't look like there's anything going on there, does there? Aside from the door being open. And then that door is open, but nothing's going on there either. I see a message from Wisconsin Dave says, the feed is looking good and sounding good this morning, thank you. And apologize for my sniffles. A message from Penn Wong says, good morning from Plano, Texas, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. I wish I could put your message on the screen. Let's see if that'll work. Nope. My software is being very finicky this morning. And again, we're waiting for something to happen. We do have American Eagle Flight 5730. It is coming on in from Houston Hobby Airport. It's going to be a CRJ 900ER. And it's landing here on the west side, so we'll see that in just a moment or two. Let's get set up to bring you that action. We are coming to you, as always, from the DFW Founders Plaza, which is the plane spotting hotspot here at DFW Airport. It's a free parking area on the northwest side of the airport. Lots of parking spaces, generally speaking, unless there's some gigantic event. And there's only see two other vehicles here at the moment. One of them you see there in your shot there. All right, here comes the flight from Austin, Texas. Excitement knows no bounds here at Runway DFW. Oh, I think I just heard our scanner.
Pick up point left to departure for runway 27 airport.
Douglas Serrano, I can't punch your comment in, but he says, "Good morning, Walt. Better get those tech issues fixed." Believe me, I've been working on it. I tested our primary hotspot at home last night, and it worked very well. No problems and issues. So it was the first thing I plugged in when I got here today, and it worked for a little while and it just quit. So I don't know if it's the temperature or some other technical issues with our service provider. Unable to say. I believe we have a departure. It's a yellow bird.
704.
So in case you're keeping track of things, that was Flight 2704. Spirit Airlines off to Chicagoland. Airbus A320. Comes another American Eagle flight, this one coming in from Lubbock, Texas. I wish I could acknowledge all your messages. I can't see them coming in, nor then can I put them on the screen. It's frustrating. And one way I could see your messages would be if I could call up the YouTube stream, but I don't want to use up that bandwidth because I have very limited amount of bandwidth to deal with here this morning, so I don't want to put any more pressure on the connection that I have been able to finagle. Another American Eagle flight coming in, this one from, where's that one from? Well, it'll be here in a minute. We'll figure it out. It's an Embraer 175. Looks like it's arriving over on runway 18 left. Usually that's reserved for the departures. But there it is, coming in on 18 left. An American Airlines flight from Kansas City is now arriving. This looks like it is coming in on 18 right. So we'll see about that. I have a message from Luke Molds. I don't think I can put it up on the screen unless my software has started working again. But he says, "Hey Walt," and Luke is from New Zealand, and he says, "Hey Walt, I'm about to start an agriculture, farming, and farming systems level 3 course. Try something different from rugby." And of course, Luke had some pretty fair success in the rugby world with his collegiate team. They got to the championship game, as I recall. So good luck with all that, Luke. I really hope that someday I get to pay a visit to your land. All right, here comes our first jumbo of the morning. It's American Flight 102 from Honolulu. A Dreamliner, a 787-9. And it'll be our next arrival here at Runway DFW. Light up its tail for us today, did it? DFW forecast said something about it being cloudy. I don't see any clouds in the sky this morning. Well, I do see that orange glow. Hoping that sun will warm things up once it comes up. It's supposed to be a pretty unseasonably mild day here later in the day. I think up into the 60s, maybe 70 degrees Fahrenheit. That sounds nice. Next arrival over here on the west side of DFW is American Flight 5804. Finishing up a 49-minute jaunt from Midland, Texas, out on the west, in the west portion of the state. Oh, we've got some more cars here. Here at the plaza. off the air, or I don't know, I guess I'll just keep pretending we're on the air here, because my software seems to have locked up. Well, next arrival coming in from Lawton, Oklahoma, American Eagle, flight 3189. CRJ 700. And yonder it comes. Next for you, the aviation stylings of American Eagle Flight 3238 from Waco, Texas. Following a grueling 25-minute flight. I know you're not seeing it, but here it comes. Flight from Waco.
Minus 18 left, American 688. Arnav Laren, cleared for takeoff, 18 left, American 688.
And you might have heard
UPS 9809, now we're at 160 and 30.
flight cleared for takeoff, flight 688, American Airlines. This one's headed off to Los Angeles.
Departure American 688, good day.
And there's our first UPS arrival of the morning. At least that we've caught on camera.
UPS 9809, right turn Whiskey Kilo, Charlie's ramp, you have your week.
That one coming in from Denver. It's an Airbus A300. Martin Super Cargo Masters headed out on their morning assignments. There's one there and one over here. One you're looking at is apparently going to Wichita Falls, Texas. That Cessna Super Cargo Master.
18 Radar Whiskey Foxtrot, Alvin Short 18 left for 1 Texas 60.
Wichita Falls, just up the road from here. Probably about, I guess, an hour's drive.
Left line up, Wade, American 431.
Along the Texas-New Mexico border. So this plane you see there is off to Phoenix, that American Airlines
Clear takeoff, line left, American 431.
jet, flight 431. That's going to Phoenix.
With 18 left, 1 Texas 60.
And we've got another American Airlines flight coming in simultaneously. It's an Airbus A319 arriving from Amarillo, Texas. You'll see it there.
Switch departure, American 431.
Well, you can see a visual representation of this morning's wind from the big American flag on the north side here of the airport. Wind coming in pretty much from the south-southeast, I would say. As we welcome an American Airlines flight from Wichita, Kansas. Next arrival here on the west side of DFW is going to be American Flight 2266. It's coming in from San Antonio, Texas. It is an old Airbus A321. And again, I apologize for not being able to acknowledge your chat messages. It's just not working here at my end. So you see two aircraft in the background on the east side and one coming in here on the west side. You saw one taking off there on the east side in the background there too. So that's the flight from San Antone. As the morning glow emerges, a few minutes away from official sunrise here. Well, it's 7-11. You can see another one of these small aircraft emerging from the UPS facility there, with the big engines of a 747 in the background. And I am acknowledging a super chat from Ross Jin. Thank you, Ross. Let me see if I have a way to put this up on the screen. I don't know if I have enough bandwidth to do it. Let's check. Wow. So I don't know if this is going up on the screen right now, because things just aren't working. But Ross, I want to thank you for your $19.99 super chat. He says, Happy New Year's, Walt and our Runway DFW gang. And apparently that came in 18 minutes ago. So Ross, I wasn't ignoring you, but our connection is just barely working today. More incoming action for you. It's an American Eagle flight from somewhere.
18 right, Whiskey Fox, hold short 18 left, marking trip.
I wish I could put some of your messages on the screen, folks. Just can't do
Turn
it.
240 clear, take off 18 right, 18 left, marking trip.
Got one of these little bitty cargo planes headed out On 18 left. Should be airborne before it gets to Terminal D, and yes it is. Off into the morning sky. American Eagle flight coming in from Laredo, Texas, down on the border.
Martin 6.
And our next arrival is going to be American Eagle Flight 3587 and Embraer 175 from way down in Harlingen, South Texas. There it is. Some more regional action for you. American Eagle Flight 3976, another Embraer 175. This one from Springfield. Isn't that where the Simpsons live? Alright, I think I'm going to do something dangerous right now, and that is to restart my software. And what that means is that you may lose the picture here for a moment or two, maybe up to a minute, but then we'll be right back, so stay tuned for a restart. Hold on. Okay, I've restarted my software. I hope you can hear me and see me. Well, not see me, see the picture. And I think I can finally see your messages and put them on the screen, so we'll be a little closer to normality here on this Friday edition of Runway DFW. Thanks for bearing with us. I'll tell you what that was when I can. That was American Eagle 5774 from Huntsville, Alabama. Okay, well, look at this. Cajun Josh says that was a fast restart. Emery says, test, can you see this? I can see this now. MR Rice says, Happy New Year for 2023, Walt. Thank you, MR. I see Vince Las Vegas in there, one of our pals. Avalon Diaz, greetings from Brazil. Travis, Florida, USA, or Fort Lauderdale, USA. Good morning, Walt and everyone from sunny Florida. Pen Huang says, UPS 747 departure at 8:15. I guess that's possible, given its current status. Do we see anything going in there? Let me see here. We saw packages. We saw it being unloaded a little earlier. And again, I apologize for being a little sniffly. Let's see here. Well, I can't tell. Its APU is fired up there, as you can see from the exhaust coming from the tail section, the auxiliary power unit. Let's see, let's catch up on some of our messages here. Stephanie Hutchison says, good morning, everyone. Feels like it's been forever since I've been able to check in. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you, Stephanie. Glad to have you here. I see Cat's Meow checking in with a hey. And a good morning, everyone. East Texas Aviation says, well, I gotta get ready for school. Have a good day, guys. Glad you could watch some of this. Douglas says, my software needs to be fixed, updated. Well, I've got the latest version running. It just kind of clogged up for some reason. Waters is here. Good afternoon, Walt. Watching while on my lunch break in Liverpool in the UK. A Liverpudlian is joining us. Good to see you, Waters. Hope you had a great holiday along with everybody else. Bill Vick was kind enough to like and subscribe to this here channel. Thank you, Bill. Louis DeHaan says, good afternoon. And here's that super chat once again from Ross. Happy New Year, Walt, and the DFW, and the Runway DFW gang. Thank you, Ross. Much appreciated. And now officially acknowledged on screen. VIP 3RNB says hello from London. Good to have you with us from the UK. It's another place I hope to get back to soon, or get back to. I've been to London before, never been to New Zealand. I'd love to go there. What do we got coming in here? Another American Eagle. Regional flight. In Embraer 175. Touching down. And I'll have to go back and tell you where that's coming from. That was from Corpus Christi, Texas. Just about an hour's flight. Corpus Christi on the Texas Gulf Coast. There's American Eagle 4903, CRJ 700. This one going to Austin, the state capital of our fair state. And we say Happy New Year to our friends in the East and West Towers, our flight controllers. We had a busy holiday season. I was watching Flight Radar the other day. I can't remember what day it was, earlier this week, I think. And it looked like DFW turned into Chicago because it was just filled up with United Airlines planes. Usually we don't have more than 2 or 3 here. This is not a hub for United Airlines here at DFW, but on that particular day it was. I counted, I think, about 13 or 14 United planes on the ground here. I think all of them had been destined for Houston. And Houston was fogged in on that morning. Well, our new London friend, VIP 3RNB, said, How's it working? There, I went from Heathrow to DFW for Christmas. That sounds exciting. Did you go on the A380 is the question I guess we would put to you. Hans von Reach says, good afternoon from the Netherlands, where the time is 14:26. Sounds like tea time there. Michael Heller says, good morning from CMH, which, that's Columbus, right? I think it is. Always a treat to view your stream. Thank you, Michael. Daniel Jager says, hi, Walt, from Wisconsin. Or how are you? Is that what he meant? How are you from Wisconsin? I dare say it's probably warmer here than it is where you are. I do feel a little shivery right now, but not complaining. Did we get to, no, we didn't. Figlio Bowler, greetings from Greece. Hello to you. Glad to have you with us. Oh, and VIP 3RNB says, yup. Was on the 380, and they even let me in the cockpit. Wow. Well, here comes the sun. Let's see if this works. We haven't done this in a while. Let's see if this still works.
What time is it?
It's way too early for that.
Cue the sun.
Well, for once I kind of had the music synchronized with the sunrise, so that worked out all right. And there's a plane. So you get astronomy and aviation here for you this morning on Runway DFW. And I would like to acknowledge the presence of our friend Kevin at Airline Videos. Good morning, Runway DFW. Good morning to you, Kevin. Kevin is preparing for a Rare Friday show. And we'll be out of your way before you start. I think you start, what is it, at noon Pacific time, I think. But anyway, check Airline Videos Live for the official start time. And as I get back to my home office, I will definitely be watching what's going on out there at LAX. Although they're supposed to be having some more bad weather out there. And Kevin, you were plagued by some bad weather for your New Year's festivities, but that seemed to work out all right. You had Plan C going on. And Mrs. Runway DFW and I were sitting on our couches and watching that transpire with you and Rudy. That was fun. And I know everybody who's watching appreciated all the work you did to put into that production. There's the 747 loading up. The UPS 747, which we may get to see take off later this morning. Pardon my sniffling again. VIP3RNB says, I can't believe this is live. Yeah, sometimes I can't believe it either. In fact, I was pretty sure it wasn't going to be live this morning for a while, but we did get things back under control. There's another look at that gorgeous sunrise, which is nice now, but over the course of the next, 90 minutes or so that we're here, it's gonna, there's no clouds to hide it, so we're gonna be kind of facing a lot of silhouetted planes as they take off and land. Ross is saying it's 47 degrees in East Los Angeles right now. 47 degrees in Los Angeles in January? That doesn't sound right. That's about the temperature it is here. I didn't get my official thermometer out this morning, but let's see what DFW says the temperature is. It says it's 41. So it's a little cooler here. A little bit. I don't know if I'll pronounce this right. Ao Zhang Li says, waiting for a FedEx MD-11 freighter tonight in Beijing. A couple of American jets either coming into or out of the hangar there. American has a hangar over here on the west side of the airport, and so we see a lot of their aircraft scooting in and out. I'm hearing something over here. What is it? Appears to be a Delta. Oh no, United. In their old livery. I guess that's a plane that dates back a bit. Because you have to think, if it's got an older livery, which they haven't repainted in the newer colors, that this might be a plane on its way to retirement. Let's see if we can get a reading on
Richard, good morning, 23-7.
what that one dates back to. It's an Airbus A320. going to San Francisco, and yeah, that's a turn of the century plane dating back to November of 1999. 23 years old. Well, let's see what's coming in here. Got slim pickings right now. We do have the morning flight coming in from Auckland, New Zealand. Luke, if you're still watching. American Flight 34. It's still about 11 minutes out. It's a 787 Dreamliner 787-9. And we do have a Frontier flight. Well, it's coming over here. It arrived from Atlanta. Just came over the bridge. But I don't know if we can see it. Yeah, there it is. And what furry creature does it have on its tail? Some kind of squirrely thing, it looks like. Yeah, I can almost read it on the front of the plane. I think it says Sammy. Does it say Sammy the squirrel? Could be. It looks like this is going to take off, and I thought the radar said it was coming in from Atlanta. Perhaps I got confused. Now it says Atlanta to DFW, flight 1551. Go figure. But yeah, there's the silhouette look we get when the sun comes up right opposite where we are. Well, Sammy's headed off into the wild blue. So what kind of progress are we making with our 747 over here? Looks like loading up is underway. And since we're so close to the action, we can bring you kind of a good look at that procedure while we're waiting for more things to occur. Lanny West says, "Good morning, Walt." Good morning to you, Lanny. Happy to have you here, along with Austin Swafford, if I can call him up here. There we go. Bill Coldham is here. Low 30s here in the woods of southwest Arkansas. And Fareed says actually snowed a wee bit here in Cleveland overnight. Currently 33 degrees and cloudy. How much snow did you get up there, Fareed, for the big blizzard that hit along the lake? I know from my time in Cleveland that how much snow you get in Cleveland depends on where you are in Cleveland because of the lake effect. We're gonna kind of zoom out from that because just behind this, there you see a majestic MD-11. This one, as most are, is headed out, or as most of the... We get like 2 or 3 MD-11s that go out to the World Port in Louisville. And this is one of those. And there goes our battery and our scanner. So while you watch that, I'm going to replace the battery in our scanner. Bill, oh, sorry, that was a little loud. Bill says, MD-11, yes, sir. We have Atul Aval Askar. Sorry if I mangled that. Good evening from Pune, India. Love the morning view in the MD-11. My first air travel was in MD-11. Well, I'll do you one better. I think I was on the MD-11 back when it was in a DC-10. American flew a lot of those. This particular one, is it on our screen? Yes, it is. So if our iPad is working here.
1996.
Yeah, that one is 26 years old, this particular model. Not the oldest one we see, but certainly right up there. Austin wants to know, what time did Korean Air Cargo, what time did it leave? I don't know if it's left yet. I think we're still in line to see it arrive, or to take off. Let me swing around real quick here, sorry for this, but this is the New Zealand flight touching down. Didn't want to miss that. It's coming in on runway 18 left for some reason. So there you go, Auckland, New Zealand, MD-11 off to Louisville.
Park clear for takeoff 18 right, UPS 2751 heavy.
Taking off on 18 right, so we'll take off right in front of us here. That is a turn and burn if I've ever seen one.
No departure, UPS 2751 heavy, see you.
Alright, so now I've got to go sort out some other technical issues that have come up. So we're going to switch over to the Runway DFW discotheque here for a moment while I go take care of this other important thing I need to do. So hang on there and we'll be back.
Disco. All your favorites. Disco time! More fun! All the best!
Well, right. Well, I got those issues sorted out. But then I had to get my headphones untangled, so it took me a little while longer to get back to you. That was, as you could see there coming in, was a UPS 767 from Austin. Austin, Texas, that is. Shall we give it its due?
1998!
Yeah, that was a 1998 aircraft. Well, speaking of Austin, we've got American Flight 967 now arriving. Let's see if we can pick it out of the sky. With the sun in our eyes. There it is. Of unusual runway shifts that are going on. Before our little musical break there, we had the MD-11 taking off for Louisville on 18 right, which is normally the landing runway over here on the west side, and we had the flight from Auckland, the Dreamliner, coming in on runway 18 left, which is normally the takeoff runway. Embre's got to go. We're glad you could hang out with us this morning, Embre. Hope to see you again soon. Thanks for stopping by. Raina Taylor's there, says, good morning from this awesome Special Olympics champion. Good to see you, Raina. Dave Kimball says, I don't always groove to the disco beats, but when I do, it's on Runway DFW. Sounds like a promo. And we would like to welcome Marwan. Hello, I am Marwan, and I follow you from Libya. I think, Marwan, that may be our first Libya chat contact, so glad to have you with us, Marwan. Travis Fort Lauderdale, USA says, good morning, good to be back. Glad to have you here. And let's see what's going on here. Kind of slim pickings as far as arrivals are going here on the west side right now. Nothing much happening whatsoever. So I guess we can zero in on our 747 friends over here again. How the team is doing on the loading. It's like they're waiting for some more to arrive. And I think this flight is on the docket to take off in the 8 o'clock hour. Well, this is the 8 o'clock hour. So maybe we'll see it take off. But it does look like they're, if they were going to be closing the big cargo door, they'd be not hanging around out there on the platform. But I don't see any tugs bringing them some more containers at the moment. So it's a standoff. Let me zoom out here and see if there's anything interesting coming our way. Got American Airlines Flight 1373, an Airbus A321neo coming over the bridge from the east side. And it's going to be going out to Los Angeles. We can see it, but there it is. Pretty backlit. What's a U-Haul doing out there? Somebody moving to the airport? Raina Taylor says, Walt, I sent you a couple of emails but haven't heard back from you yet. I'm thinking about you were away from your computer, or maybe your computer wasn't working. It was about a friend of mine. So I will check my emails following this broadcast. Thank you, Raina. Well, I've got some catching up to do here on as far as our contributions go from 20 minutes ago. Oh, I know what's happening here. Hold on. Hold on a second. Okay, now I think this will work. So Perry B says, good morning, DFW. Beautiful sunrise this morning. And he accompanies that with a $25 contribution to Runway DFW. Thank you, Perry B. Also, and this was 37 minutes ago, so Jonathan, I hope you're still there. Jonathan said, thank you for streaming this morning from Maryland, DCA, with a $5 contribution to Runway DFW. Thank you, Jonathan. And we acknowledged Ross Jen's kind contribution, so thank you for that. Got some new subscribers here in the form of Rose Jackson Emergency Fire Breathing Dragon. I think that's the first fire breathing dragon that we have had subscribed to our channel. So thank you, Rose Jackson. And I think we did that already, didn't we? But we liked it so much we did it twice. Terry Daniels says, if my clicker will click, good morning from Interlaken, Florida. Chilly at 45 in Florida. What's going on there? That's crazy. And we're still kind of tapping our feet here, waiting for the next arrival. Next arrival is going to be American Flight 1034 from Guadalajara, Mexico, 737-800. So stand by for that. My boss at my real job wants me to approve my time card, so I should do that. I'll do that after this plane comes in. How's that? This flight from Guadalajara. So it should be coming out of the sky. We got some workers here who are doing some maintenance at the plaza. Waiting for the flight from Guadalajara. Just about to cross Highway 121, 114. Brian Henry says, hey, good morning, Walt. Good to see you this morning. Pretty day here in Texas. Yeah, it's not complaining. It's warming up already. Comes that Guadalajara flight. Still keeping our eye on that 747. Stephen Morley says, greetings from Ribble Valley, England. That sounds like a picturesque place just by the name, Ribble Valley. Travis, Fort Lauderdale, USA says, sad news about LA flight spotting crew. I read that on their site. They apparently had a lot of their gear stolen out of their vehicle, which is just, I mean, if you're a plane spotter, that's your whole deal. So our best wishes are with those guys. If they stole it from your vehicle, you would think that your car insurance would cover you for that, I would think. But even if you have insurance, when you have a situation like that, it takes you a while to get everything back the way you know, if you can get the exact same things you had, it won't be set up exactly as you had arranged it. So hope the brothers can recover from that. Okay, so now while you watch this, I'm going to flip over to another screen here that you can't see. I'm going to approve my time card by remote control. I have to call up an incognito window because otherwise it doesn't work. Do we need some time card approval music? Let's see what we got here. I must have something. Oh, here's some. I need some happy music to fill out my time card, right? Because I'm going to get paid. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Log in. There we go. Pull up the old time card. Fill out the time card and approve it. Approve time card. Yes, approve. And I did it. Time card approved. Thank you for bearing with me while I did that. Douglas Serrano says, alert! A national 747-400F has been spotted on the radar arriving to DFW from Anchorage. Thank you, Douglas, for that information. Let's see when we're going to be seeing that particular aircraft. Hopefully within the next 45 minutes. Because that's how long we're here. Let me send a message back to my boss. Let's see. Okay. So there you go, boss. Well, we've got nothing happening right now. When we check out Frontier Flight 1247 coming in from Orlando, it's an Airbus A320 Neo. But it's coming in on the east side of the airport, so we gotta swing our big lens over there. And there it is. I didn't even look to see what mascot it has on its tail. Can you make it out at this distance? Probably not. All backlit and everything. Gone. So getting back to our 747 that we can see, it looks like they're getting ready to accept some more cargo. Now being lifted into place. And I think this flight was, or this plane was scheduled to take off at 8:15, so it's running a little late. Corey wants to know, Walt, did you submit your 2023 goals and complete your self-assessment too? Stephen Morley, who, as I recall from a previous note, was joining us from the UK, says never been to DFW. That's kind of the nice thing about these airport broadcasts. You get to hang out for a while at places that you've never been or may never get to. And so we're happy to bring this to you live. This is our first broadcast of the year. We've had last here a couple days before New Year's, I believe. We also had some connection problems at that time. And I can't figure it out because we've got a nice solid signal on our phone, which is delivering this content to you now. But both of our hotspots connect to the internet, but they won't give us a nice solid signal. So I don't know. More stuff. We finally have something incoming here. It's American Flight 1066, a 737-800. And this will be arriving to us from Mexico City. So through the magic of video switching, we will now switch over to camera 5. We don't have 5 cameras here on the air this morning, but we call this camera 5 because it's our newest camera, the one which gives us our nighttime views. Okay, here comes the 737 from Mexico City. Just checking to see what statistically, what is the busiest route here at DFW, and it's back to being DFW LAX with 125 flights in the next 7 days. It had been displaced by LaGuardia Airport in New York for a little bit, but pretty consistently it's LAX as far as the most traveled route between here and somewhere else. Cindy Clements with a kind comment saying, now this is what I call behind the scenes. And we can bring this to you because the observation area here at DFW, the Founders Plaza, is just a couple hundred feet away from the UPS cargo hub here at DFW. We welcome Terry Montgomery. Good morning, watching from Washington, D.C. So in goes the cargo. I was watching one of these other aviation channels. I can't remember if it was Sam Chewy or Noel. I can't remember what his last name, Noel. But they were going across Africa and on one of these a passenger aircraft, which is being used as a cargo aircraft. And he was walking through down the aisle, and they'd just taken out the seats and loaded it up with cargo, but it wasn't in containers, it was all individual packages. And bags and boxes and things like that. And made you understand why they've shifted most cargo to containers, because it's just so much more convenient to load and unload. flight, Walt, was that, you ask? Well, I'm going to tell you, that was Flight 2027 American Airlines coming in from Silao in Mexico on that A319. Next to arrive is American Eagle 3687. Another flight from Mexico, this one from Aguas Calientes. Or should we look way over to the east side? Let's have another American flight. We'll take a look at another United flight. This is an A320 coming in from Houston. And again, because it's on the east side, we don't get a very clear look at it. And we can't actually see it land, can we? No. Sorry about that. There you see in the background of that shot there from camera 2. Technically that's camera 1, so I'll call it camera 1. You see the west tower of DFW. And here we have its twin, the east tower. And they both operate almost always simultaneously. Because there's just so much traffic here. And there are some operational difficulties in that. Some of the personnel have to kind of change hats and go from one tower to the other at times of day. Got some more cargo for the belly of this 747. Douglas says the National 747 is about 15 minutes out, so if that is true, we will bring that to you here on Runway DFW. There's a Fonz cargo container there. Hey! Kevin Bolton says, nothing better than morning airplanes. I enjoy watching your stream. Thank you, Kevin. And we say good morning to Mary Robinson, who says good morning back at us. Clickboy says, Walt, will you still be online for the 9:28 estimated China Airlines Cargo 747-400? And the answer to that is unfortunately no. I have to be at work at 9:30, and at that moment, based on my usual schedule, I'll probably be still packing up. So I'll probably see it, but the cameras and equipment and will have been put away, and our stream will have been turned off by then, unfortunately. Larry Brown says, you just jumped the shark with that Fonzie reference. I'll do that on occasion. I'll jump a shark or two. Clicky Boy says, One World livery wrapped Japan Airlines 787 is 20 minutes out, and we should be here to bring you that. So we've got that to look forward to. We've got a National 747 to look forward to, coming in from Anchorage, if my memory serves. So Yeah. Yeah, I see it on the radar there now. Six minutes away is the National Airlines 747 from Anchorage. It's an oldie. It's a 28-year-old 747-412. So if we don't get to see this UPS 747 take off, then at least we'll get to see that one land. And I don't know about you, but my day is always better with some 747 action. What do you think? So keep our eye on the 747. Got an arrival coming in right now. American Airlines. Let's see what we got here. Not that one.
Level 8, 18, level 8, 780.
Did I miss it? Yeah, I missed it. Well, I mean, I didn't miss it because there it is, but... And I'll tell you what you just saw as soon as I can get back to my phone, which is on the other side of my computer, because that's what's keeping us on the air right now. So that, ladies and gentlemen, was American Flight 1309 coming in from Colorado Springs.
Flying left line for weight on board 3742.
And over there on runway 18 left is some kind of American Airlines flight to somewhere taking off. But Walt, can't you be more specific? Well, I could if the phone I usually use to plane spot that's connected to the top of my camera was working, but I'm in reduced bandwidth mode right now, so I don't dare add anything that would drag down the performance of our stream here.
RFB Park runway 18 left, clear for takeoff on board 3742.
So that going out was American Flight 2788 to Kansas City. Next thing we're going to do is to bring you the arrival of American Flight 9845 from Phoenix, 737 800. And it'll be coming over the ridge just here in a second or two.
Departure on board 3742, see you later. I'm way 18 left, Delta 2444.
Raina saying, okay, Walton, I'm going to go because I'm preparing for an upcoming horse show. Hope you have a great day. Bye, everyone. So long, Raina. Happy to have you here with us. Our Special Olympic equestrian champion, Raina Taylor. Stephen Morley informs us that he has been to Phoenix.
FTP Park 18 left, let's take out Delta 2444. Runway 18 left, rear wing 205.
Jamand Tay says, I forgot this is the airport with the sculpture called I Wish I Could Fly. Yeah, it's right next to it. It's about 75 feet away from us. Get you a shot of it. It features prominently in our copyright with my with my 6-year-old grandson. So here's that sculpture you were referring to. Let me see if I can get it in focus. We can't quite see it all, but it depicts some children who are having some fun pretending to fly.
You don't have to be for clear to go 18 now, left for 22 is up. Departure today, 2444.
A Spirit Airlines plane is getting ready to take off for
White runway 18 left.
Las Vegas. But because we focused on that statue, this plane is now way out of focus. That's a little better. I haven't heard anything recently about the timetable for the JetBlue Spirit merger. I guess that's got to go through all the governmental regulatory agencies, and I don't know what the status of that is. They must have some timetable set up for that, I would think, by this point. Douglas says, Nationals on final approach. I see it now, and we're about to see it here on Runway DFW. See if we can see how much of it we can catch. There it is.
Departure, we'll see you at 207, bye-bye. One left, so stay on me. 720.
So we got to see an MD-11 take off, 747 land. I'm a happy plane spotter. Diamante, beautiful plane, love it. My favorite too, as well. Nice one, says Cindy. And Clicky Boy says, what a beaut, the 747, such a graceful aircraft. I concur with you about that. I keep seeing these articles, was it on Simple Flying or one of the other websites with clickbait headlines saying, is Boeing getting ready to, or maybe it's a YouTube channel, I can't remember. Is Boeing getting ready to build a 747 with 2 engines? That would be kind of cool. I'm sure you would think it could be done with the, you know, with the ultra powerful engines they have these days available.
Departure Runway 3528, yep, go on.
I'd be all for that. Plus they have all the tooling for the 747 just kind of idle now, so why not, right?
Runway clear for takeoff, American 1059.
That was American Flight 2193 and Airbus A321 from Tucson. And our next arrival is going to be Japan Airlines Flight 12 from Haneda Airport in Tokyo. Now, I was just thinking to myself, don't we usually see a Japan Airlines flight coming and or going around this time? And so, yeah, we do. And we will. And you're about to see it. As soon as it comes into our view of things. There it comes. The One World livery.
Departure 1059.
See a little bit of the One World livery before it kind of went into the shadows there. So it is now on its way to International Terminal D. Cookie Boy says the 747 SP, which is the kind of the shortened version, is the only one that he could imagine with 2 engines. Well, you never know. I mean, at one time in the not too distant past, 2-engined planes seemed unimaginable in a world where anything that would cross an ocean had to have 4, or at least 3.
Runway 18 left, American 29.
about 15 more minutes left in our scheduled broadcast. And again, that's because I gotta go to my regular job, and I got a lot of stuff to pack up first. Guess we could show you some planes taking off. It's just hard to see them at this time of day. There's one in the background coming over the bridge from the east side. And the one in the foreground is American Flight 2950 on its way to Montrose, Colorado. And what we've got coming in for an arrival now is American 1562 on its coming in from Oklahoma City. Well, if you had smell-o-vision right now, the wind is blowing in the exact right direction to deliver the very distinct aroma of burning tires. I don't mean burning tires, but I mean when the planes land on the runway and you see that smoke come up from the tire friction on the runway. That's what I'm smelling right now. Well, there you see the 747 UPS plane has been buttoned up. And I just got an acknowledgement from my boss that he has received my approved time card, so I will get paid. So we don't see the 747 here lit up on the radar quite yet. Probably still got some things to do to tidy up before it lifts off.
Departure American 2950.
What's going on under that big bird? They're de-chocking the wheels, so it looks like it's getting ready to get pushed back. We have another UK resident joining us. Stephen Pritchard says hi, watching from Derbyshire. Did I say that right? Derbyshire? Derbyshire? Glad you could be with us. And of course, our signal is being beamed to the world by the Runway DFW satellite truck, an exclusive feature here of Runway DFW.
Ground 18 left and ground 885, American Local 829.
Here comes a flight from Phoenix, Arizona.
Later. Line up and wait, 18 left, American 2743.
back in with camera 1. And do I see those engines revving up? Stephen asks, how often do you show this as my first time on? Well, it depends a lot on the weather and on my real job and on a 6-year-old grandson. There's all sorts of factors involved. But usually twice a week is the answer. But not at regular, not at exact times every week. Well, the fans are spinning there on the engines. I don't know if they're running yet, though. We're looking at that UPS 747 because we get such a good look at it. It is now lit up. This is going to Louisville, the UPS World Port. And you know what? This is one of the newer 747s you will see. This is just 1 year old, dating back to November of 2021, so a little more than a year old. Tomei says, hi Walt, hello. Tomei. He says the engines are windmilling, I think. That's what you call it. Tomei, featuring the famous tulip logo of United Airlines. And Robert Brune agrees, it's windmilling. There it goes. It's an angle we don't often get. There's a good look at a 1-year-old 747. Joshua Leclerc says, good morning, Walt, happy Friday. That sounds so odd to me, because I don't know that, I can't remember the last time we broadcast on a Friday. Now, we'll have to hope that our pals in the West Tower will let this nice big jet take off right in front of us. And if it does, that'll probably be the last aircraft we have on offer this morning.
To learn American 2759.
is amazing. That little tug can push that big plane.
See you later, Central.
I guess the tug has now disengaged. Cindy Clemens says, good timers. I love this plane. Its size as it takes flight, it still baffles me. Yeah, it is something to see. We also usually have Emirates and Qatar flights coming in around this time. I think they're running a little late this morning.
We're going to have B Park 18 left for takeoff.
I'm only 18 left, 39.
Stephen Pritchard says, I remember my first 747 was Qantas, which came to Birmingham, England in the late 70s. They are truly amazing to watch. I'm glad they still exist, even as freighters, but sad we lost them as passengers. Well, of course, there are still some airlines that fly the 747 as a passenger plane. Lufthansa and Korean Air and Singapore Air still fly them, I think. But we don't see any passenger 747s here. We did a couple of months ago when a Lufthansa flight, I believe it was headed to Mexico City from Frankfurt, got diverted here. So we got to see it passing through.
For takeoff from 18 left, American 389. 18 left, Alaska 756.
Robert, yes, the 747 production has ended just a couple of weeks ago, in fact, with the delivery of the final cargo version to Atlas Air. But, you know, you never know. Boeing has all the tools and dies that are needed to make new aircraft, and if it was determined that it was going to be more advantageous for them, let's say, to build a new plane. You know, if they had a head start with all that stuff and just had to re-engineer the wings to have new engines and then to recertify it, I guess that would be one way to do it. I know that Kevin over at Airline Videos Live is a big proponent of the theory that Airbus is not finished with the A380. That plane may come back with two engines at some point. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. UPS commercial right now.
Departure, good day.
Douglas Max says, good Friday morning there in Texas from the Philippines. Runway DFW Walton, everyone. Hello, Douglas Mac. Glad to have you with us all the way on the other side of the globe. See, I was going to give you this nice shot of the 747 moving into this image of the UPS tails, but it stopped. So what can I do? Once it start moving again, I'll give you that nice other shot. I'm going to be late for work today. And by work, I mean going to the nearest Starbucks and camping out and plugging in my computer, and so because I can work remotely, fortunately. Blue Stream, Illinois Prairie. Good morning, Walt and everyone. I am late for this. Well, you're not late. We hope to bring you the conclusion of this sequence. Is it moving? Yeah, see, that's what I was trying to do. The Queen of the Sky is not a, they're not a dime a dozen here at DFW Airport, unfortunately, so we tend to kind of savor them like a fine wine when they do come across our screen. But since we are here for as long as we have been, we will get a bonus plane here shortly. And that is going to be the 777 coming in from Dubai. The Emirates plane, which will be here shortly.
Cross 18 right, Boston, Cross 18 left, yes, 5509.
There you saw that American Eagle flight coming in. The next arrival is going to be the 777 from Dubai. WDW fan in Texas says, great channel and great stream once again. Glad you're staying for Emirates. Should be shortly here. Can't wait. Yes, it's just about to cross Highway 114. Okay, so we're going to deviate our septum here, and this gets hard because this one's getting ready to take off. We've got the 777 coming in, which I see over my shoulder, so we're going to do a little bit of... The plane's not going to take off for a moment or two, so let's get the Emirates coming in, shall we? So we'll end with a triple, arriving from Dubai, and we'll head on back to the majestic UPS 747 cargo, almost brand new. Now taking off for Louisville. Alright everyone, that's going to do it for this edition of Runway DFW. Thank you so much for being a part of it, for hanging out with us, for your likes and subscriptions and contributions and all that kind of stuff. And we will see you next time on Runway DFW. Let's see, where's our music? Okay, this is where I get to thank everybody. I think I kind of just did, but do a little more thanks in order for all of you who are regular viewers, for those of you who are new viewers. Glad to have you with us. We'll be back soon. Keep an eye on our channel for more information about when our next broadcast will be. And as I always say, happy contrails to you. Until we meet again. Batteries for this broadcast provided by Kevin at Airline Videos Live. Thanks, Kevin. And watch Airline Videos Live later today for some action from LAX. See you later, everybody. Bye!
minor plane indicator. Video 12.
Stay tuned for The Price is Right, which follows at most of these CBS stations.
We hope you liked it. Too late to change it now.